Welcome to the ultimate guide to making money online in 2025. And if you're new here, my name is Tarun and I've spent thousands and thousands of hours for almost 5 years at college sacrificing all the fun, meetup, friends, parties, just trying to explore multiple ways of earning money online. And it was actually worth it because I've ended up making a lot of money through a lot of different sources while I was in college itself. I've tried everything from doing multiple internships just paying me 5,000 rupees per month to writing content, doing SEO for pages, building websites, editing videos, designing stuff for people, making YouTube videos, freelancing, building my own agency, and even trading where I actually lost some of the money that I've made. And I promise, if you can finish watching this video without skipping anything, if you can take notes and follow everything that I'm going to talk about, you will end up making at least some amount of money this year. But again, it's not going to be easy because if it was easy, everyone would have done it. There are 5 different sources with multiple branches inside them, plus a lot of side skills and sources that we'll be talking about in this video. But before that, I need to tell you a story of one of my college friends to make you realize what it actually takes to start earning your first 10,000 rupees online. So this was back in 2022, one of my college friends who had almost zero problems with his life. He was completely normal, just like us, going to classes, coming back, playing with us, and everything else was normal. But one random day, we get a call, and we all realize that something bad has happened with his family. And for the first time in his life, his family is now dependent on him for money. Sounds scary, right? But this guy entirely changed after that day. He used to wake up at 6 a.m. in the morning, sending hundreds and hundreds of mails applying for multiple internships. You won't believe me, he got an internship in just 4 days after that incident. He used to go to classes, come back and finish all the internship work by 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. in the evening. And then he used to spend 3 to 4 hours coding, and after that he used to spend some more time designing websites for people. Now, despite all the hard work and being extremely talented, you know how much he ended up making the first month? 15,000. That's it. But the best part, he didn't stop over there. He just continued doing the same thing again and again for months and months after that incident, and cut to the last month of college after 1 long year. You know how much he made that month? Around 7 lakh rupees in profit in just 1 month. Now that's the power of hard work, consistency, upskilling, and most importantly, the power of not giving up. So now I want you to remember that nothing comes easy. You need to put in a lot of effort. You need to make time for this. You need to turn yourself into a different kind of beast, and only then you can expect some kind of results. Got it? Now coming back, let's talk about the 6 different best sources of income that you can explore in 2025. And what differentiates this video from the other videos on the internet is that I'm not just going to tell you the names of the skills, but I'm also going to tell you how can you learn them. How much time should you spend to learn them? How do you apply for internships and jobs? Or how can you start your freelance journey in that particular skill? And finally, I'll also give you an amazing set of resources to make your journey faster. Let's start. The first one, which I truly believe, which has a lot of potential for at least next 4 to 5 years, is video editing. But a lot of people make a huge mistake here because you can be a video editor earning 10,000 rupees a month or even 2 to 3 lakh rupees per month. So what makes the difference? It's obviously not just the skill level. So what else? Simple. Firstly, if you want to get started with video editing, you need to know about different softwares. We primarily use Adobe Premiere Pro for entire timeline editing, After Effects for motion graphics, and DaVinci Resolve just for color grading. Everyone has their own preferences with softwares, but I am personally a fanboy of Adobe because of their continuous efforts in getting AI tools inside their softwares, except that it crashes a lot. DaVinci Resolve is obviously much better at color grading, and editing on Final Cut is usually much faster. Now, learning any of these softwares will take you around 20 to 25 days, but most of the video editors are not really paid to know the software better. Sounds funny, right? But it's not, because video editors are usually paid the most if they can make the video look more premium by adding better colors, better fonts, better design, and also if they can make the video perform much better on the platforms by making the flow of the video better by using storytelling techniques or different patterns in music. So even if you know how to edit videos, you'll only be paid in peanuts if you don't learn the other complementary skills. So ideally, you should be spending around 20 days learning how to edit the videos, 20 days learning about design and everything, and 20 more days consuming and replicating a lot of good videos on different platforms so that you can understand the patterns well, and the more you practice, the better this will get. And once you've edited 3 to 4 videos in different styles and formats, you can make a portfolio website by using free tools like Notion, Canva, Wix, Card.io, and you can start applying for internships and freelance work. That's it. It's that easy. But I'll make it even more easier for you. We're actually hiring 2 video editors for my agency, and if you want to shift to Bangalore, work with me, Sanko, and the rest of the team, then you can find the application link in the description below. Now coming back, a lot of you guys might be buying your first laptop this year. So don't make the mistake of buying a very low-end laptop. I made this mistake during my first year and I've suffered for 2 years straight. So don't do the same mistake. Now before we talk about the next one, I'd like to take a minute and talk about a college which I recently visited in Hyderabad. So I recently had like a speaker session at NIIT and oh my god, I just loved meeting all the students over there. If you're from NIIT and are watching this, say hi in the comments. But if you're not, then listen to this carefully. So basically NIIT is India's first futuristic computer science education institute, which is trying to bridge the gap between traditional engineering and getting industry-ready skills. They have something called as a corporate B.Tech model in which students work on amazing projects under the guidance of over 1,200 mentors from the industry. They also have a dedicated placements team to help students get the placements. But what's more interesting is this. This is one of those rare institutes which is trying to teach entrepreneurship skills to the students. I mean, not just teaching, they also help their students in building MVPs, securing funding and providing mentorship for their startups. College plays a very important role in shaping someone's future. And if you get a college which supports you with your academics, in getting internships, placements, building your startups and even your content creation journey, then it clearly means that the founders truly understand what the future is moving towards. I mean, the founders are from IIT Bombay, IIIT Hyderabad, ex-Amazon, ISRO, and now they're trying to build the future of India. So if all of this sounds interesting to you, definitely check out the links in the description. I mean, just check it out because you never know. This might be the perfect place for you. Now moving on to the next one, a lot of people including myself used to think that there's not a lot of demand in UI UX design. But my entire perspective changed when I recently went to Mumbai, where I met a lot of people and agencies who are making a ton of money using this. And this is not just in the freelancing world. Even the UI UX job market is expected to grow at a much faster rate in the coming future. But there's a catch. AI is getting better and better every single day, and to be very honest, it already started replacing the mediocre designers in the industry. So if you're serious about making a career in this, you also need to start using AI tools in your workflow and get to the top 10% of the designers in the industry. I mean, we'll talk about different AI tools in the last part of this video, but there's one more thing that you need to know. Most of the mediocre designers just focus on making a good design, like using good fonts, good colors, and good patterns. But only the few top ones understand the human psychology well. Like when you open a website or an app, where do you want the focus to be? What are some of the most important buttons on the page? How can you make it easier for the user to view and click those buttons? What are some of the most important text on the page and how can you improve their visibility? So the better that you understand all of these things, the better it is for you. Now, unlike video editing, the clients are not content creators or individuals. They're actually the startups who recently got funding or startups who are actually looking to improve their app or website. So the way that you'll reach out to clients will be different. There'll be more professional clients, so it'll also be the best if you can actually have good communication skills. You'll be able to find out how to reach out to clients in the resource sheet which I mentioned in the description below. Check it out later. Now talking about the tools, the industry standard is Figma. And honestly, it won't even take you a month to learn this end to end. And the earning potential, as I told you, it's a lot, but it's hugely dependent on the clients that you're working with. Now the next one is even more tricky because there's only a very thin line between losing your job and not making any amount of money or ending up making huge amount of money with this in 2025. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the ability to write well. And as a matter of fact, I want to tell you that most of the people who choose this skill don't end up making any amount of money at all. Because they don't understand the fact that writing is about selling a feeling, plus sometimes providing research material to support whatever you are writing. There are 8 rules which I usually follow to make anything that I write 100x better. Rule number 1, if you're giving a piece of advice, give it in the form of a story. Number 2, if you want to make something more legit and credible, provide data. If you want people to take action, make it urgent. If you want people to pay attention, start with a controversy. This works the best while you're writing YouTube scripts or Instagram reels. Number 5, if you want your writing to be powerful, use shorter sentences. If you want people to keep reading or keep listening to you, end every sentence with a reason to continue, just like the Netflix episodes. If you want your writing to feel personal, write how you talk. And finally, if you want to be remembered, be unpredictable. If you want to, take a screenshot of this page and save it up for later. This will be helpful for you throughout your life. You see, writing is the foundation to all the internet businesses. And you can make anywhere from 50,000 rupees to 2 lakh rupees per month just by writing stuff for people. I mean, just look at the number of niche markets that you can explore. You can write LinkedIn posts for people for like 2,000 to 8,000 rupees per post. You can write these YouTube scripts, Instagram scripts, you can write books, landing page materials, course materials, and so much more. There's a huge potential, but most of the people make one big mistake. When they say writing, they want to get into everything. Remember, you can do anything, but not everything. So choose what you'll want to write. For example, if you choose LinkedIn ghostwriting, study how posts go viral over there. What kind of post does better? What kind of posts do not perform well? Study it in and out, and once you finish all your basics, start reaching out to creators or founders who have like a lot of money but not a lot of time. Because if you reach out to people or companies who don't have a lot of money, how can they pay you a lot of money? Simple logic. I mean, just think about it. You can also start approaching startups and ask them for work. And I can guarantee you, if you choose one of these niche writing domains and spend 3 to 4 months over there, you'll at least end up making 20,000 to 30,000 rupees per month. And guess what? Let me make it even more easier for you. If you feel that you're decently good at writing Instagram posts, scripts, or YouTube short form content scripts, we are hiring one content writer for our agency. You'll have to move to Bangalore, but it'll be fun. The link will be in the description below. Now we'll talk about some of the best AI tools which will help you write better in the last part of this video. Now let's go to the next skill. And this is kind of crazy, but also one of the easiest ways to make money online for a lot of people if done well. But not a lot of people talk about this, and that is making your own digital products. Something like Notion templates, Canva templates, and using Nas.io, Topmate.io, or Gumroad to sell your own products. But the problem is, how do you even sell them? As a normal 18-year-old student, who would even buy from you? Guess what? There are people who would buy them. You're just selling to the wrong audience. For example, if you're really good at making Notion templates, there are creators like me who'd love to collaborate with you. For example, Sanko, one of my friends, has a freelancer working with him who's really good at making these Notion templates. I'll also add his Notion templates in the description below. If you really want to be productive at your work, you can definitely check it out. But the point is, if you're good at making these digital products, you can sell them to creators either by charging them the one-time fees or probably by taking 10 to 15% of the commissions on all the sales that they do. Now, one more example is you can use the combination of Hagen and 11 Labs to make AI videos for founders and creators so that you can save time for them and charge them on a per video basis. Or you can just use tools like Wix Studio, Webflow, Framer, Doric to make really good websites for people and then sell them for 15,000 to 80,000 rupees based upon how complex the website is. See, the possibilities are infinite, and here's the entire set of things that you can try out. Take a screenshot of this. But it's not as easy as I just said it, because if you're not good at making these digital products, I can guarantee you that you'll not make any money at all. You're living in 2025 and no one cares about mediocre work. You just have to be the best. If you're making websites, make the best fucking websites. If you're making videos, make the best fucking videos. If you're making templates, make the best fucking templates. Put your heart, put your soul into the craft and no one would be able to stop you. But if you slack off, if you don't put in the efforts, you would end up going nowhere. You would again come back to YouTube and search for how do I make my first 10,000 rupees online. Stop it. Now, whatever the skill that you pick, whatever the business model that you want to pick, or let's say you don't even want to make any money online, there's still one thing that I would strongly recommend everyone to do in 2025. And that is to document your life, to document your journey, to document the things that you're learning on social media. You don't even need to make videos like this. You can just start posting on LinkedIn or Twitter about whatever the things that you're learning or the opinions that you have. See, the point is simple. The more visible that you are to people, the more opportunities you'll get and the more money that you'll eventually make. So it doesn't matter if you're a doctor, lawyer, marketer, or even a normal engineer. You'll have insane amount of benefits once you start posting content. So do not miss out on this opportunity in 2025. Attention is the new currency. When I first started making videos in 2021, I never knew that I'd have 7 lakh people following my journey. I was just a normal kid like you who was feeling insanely lost during COVID holidays. And when I first started making videos online, I never knew that I'd end up directing ads for companies. I never knew that I'd end up becoming the director for growth at a unicorn startup at the age of 23. I never knew that I'll end up making lakhs and lakhs of money to the agency that we are running. I never knew that I'll end up having a team that will provide employment for people. I was just a normal kid who was genuinely lost, who didn't know what to do with his own life. But you know what's the only difference between you and me? During 2021, when I watched a similar video like this, I took my first step. And till now, I did not give up. Over 1 lakh students will watch this video and end up doing nothing. But there will be a few people who would. A few people like Tarun who would end up taking action. And that would make all the difference. Now, there are obviously more ways to make money. For example, making UGC content for the brand, where you take a product, use it, make a video about it, and then sell it to brands or agencies. You don't need any kind of social media presence for it, and you'll still be able to charge 2,000 to 3,000 rupees per video. Even this UGC thing is like so big that agencies end up making 10 to 15 lakh rupees just by doing this. The world has completely changed. The next 5 years will be the golden age to make money online. And the AI tools are just making it more and more easier for everyone to do it. And after a few years, everyone would start doing the things that you're doing. The competition will rise and it will no longer be as easy as in 2025. So now with that being said, let's talk about some of the best AI tools which will help you during this journey to make money online. The first one is Runway ML. It's mostly for video editors, designers, and creators. It has a bunch of different tools and you should definitely check it out. I also use Flux AI to make thumbnails in which my face is trained. The next one is Captions AI, and I majorly use it to generate captions on my stories. It also has a bunch of other AI tools like changing voice and all of these things. You can also check out V.io for captions. Even that is good. And now if you're into designing, you should definitely check out the Canva AI tools, Adobe Firefly, UI Zard, UX Pilot, Attention Insight, Galileo AI, and the AI plugins which are available in Figma. And if you're into writing a lot, then you obviously know about ChatGPT. But I also use Claude AI and Jasper AI sometimes. But if you're spending a lot of time in meetings, you should definitely have Read AI Assistant on your browser. And this will help you making summaries for all the meetings that you attended. And then you should check out Prezi to make beautiful presentations, and use Loom to send quick messages to the team without actually getting on a meet. And finally, for managing all your tasks and calendars and all that stuff, I mostly use Google Calendars, Notion, Odoo, and Asana. So these are the tools that I mostly use, but recently I've started exploring a lot of other AI tools as well. And I'd for sure make a very detailed, in-depth AI tools ka video very soon. So yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you took the notes. I hope this was useful. But I just want to tell you one last thing before ending this video. There is no point of watching all these videos if you don't take action. So once you finish this video, please plan and start doing something. In fact, go to the comments and write it over there. Promise me. Tarun, I will come out of my comfort zone and will try my best this year. Because I'm again telling you, without taking the action, without taking the first step, there's no point of doing anything. There's no point of planning for hours. There's no point of researching if you don't implement.
It's just you, me, and the odds. We stuck together, we two peas in a pod. You dealt a bad hand, I'm there seizing the cards. We'll never be separated till we see in the gods.